Hey everybody, it's Jamie here with the RealSpective team. We finally have the numbers back from the Toronto Real Estate Board. So what I wanted to do is make a video, let you know what happened in October, but more importantly, give you a little bit of insight in what to expect from now until the end of the year in the Toronto real estate market. When we look at the Toronto real estate market as a whole, everything seems fine. Prices are up 14%, number of sales are up 36%, everything seems fine and like previous years. But what we're really dealing with right now in Toronto is two very different markets. You have the housing market and you have the condo market. And depending on what you own, if you're a homeowner, it's a very different story depending on which one you own. When we look at the housing market in Toronto for homes, such as detached, semi-detached, freehold townhomes, things like that, the demand's very strong right now. And what that means for you if you're looking to sell is that you're still in the driver's seat. You're calling the shots right now when you're selling, because the demand for homes far outstrips the available inventory. When we look at the available inventory of homes in Toronto, without getting overly technical in the numbers, there's about 2 to 4 weeks of inventory depending on what neighborhood you're looking at. And what that means as a seller is that if you're looking to upsize, downsize, right size, whatever your situation may be, right now might not be a bad time to make that move because there's a lot of interest and demand for your home. If you're a buyer looking to buy a house, what this means for you is that it's a competitive market. It's really no different than the last, 5 years if you've been looking to buy real estate in Toronto and buy a house. What it does mean is that you need to have your finances in order, get your ducks in a row, and if you see something that you like, commit to making an offer on it because there's not a lot out there and you want to move quickly on what you do see. When we start to look at the condo market, the story is a little bit different. Year over year, prices are still up, barely in Toronto, but by a little bit. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't even really matter because the price of a condo for the most part has kind of stayed around the same level since January of 2020. It hasn't really changed all that much. The average price of a condo that we saw in October of this year is within $10,000 of what it was in January of 2020. What is really changing right now in the Toronto condo market is the number of available units. If we look at last year in October, the number of active listings was around 2,100 units at that time. If you look at the number of active units on the market in October 2020, you're at 5,700 units. That's 175% more inventory on the market this year than last year. And that's a big difference because that's a lot of condo units. What that means for you if you're a buyer is that the demand is far below the number of listings that are on the market. If we go back and apply the same sort of thing of the 2 to 4 weeks of inventory in the housing market to the condo market, we have about 4 months of inventory right now. If nobody listed a condo again after tomorrow, in about 4 months, every single condo for the most part would be sold. Now, depending on what type of condo unit you're looking at or looking to sell, that is a little bit different. If you look at units under 500 square feet, for example, depending on the area, you're looking at 6 or 7 months of inventory. If you're looking at 2-bedroom units in more desirable neighborhoods like Leslieville or High Park, there's only about 2 months of inventory there. So even when looking at the condo market, it's not all doom and gloom across the board. It's just a much slower market right now. What this means for you as a seller is that you have to be priced right. You cannot list too high. You're not calling the shots. You're not in the driver's seat. You have to be priced right because you have to grab people's attention right now. And more so than in the past, marketing is even more critical right now than ever to make sure your unit stands out, because you're not competing against just a few other units. You're competing against thousands of units in the city. If you're a condo buyer right now, you've probably heard 1 or a dozen real estate agents online saying now is the time to buy. You have to buy now. This is a window of opportunity. And I agree and disagree with this statement. I agree with it because there's a ton of inventory on the market, which means you're gonna get good value for your dollar, and you might even scoop a really great deal. I disagree with that statement though, because the trajectory of the market right now and the way inventory is going is, are you gonna get a better deal next month or the month after that or the month after that compared to this month? I don't think you have to be in a rush to go buy something now. There's not gonna be any super sale on Toronto real estate next week. So my advice, take a look at the market, start tracking things, and if you see something you love, buy it. If you don't, pass and wait. You're not gonna miss any real opportunity here. So really overall, the Toronto real estate market's not crashing. It's not driving off a cliff this week. It's just kind of done what it's done for most of 2020. It's just kind of bobbed along, and obviously demand for houses is outstripping condos because people want backyards and front doors. They don't want 500 square foot condos in downtown Toronto right now, given what's happening in the world. So what you should expect from now until the end of the year, housing, probably gonna stay competitive. Condos, buyer's market at least until the end of the year, but there might be opportunity to grab a good deal in that market as well. So if you have any questions about anything we've talked about today, or you have a question about your situation, give us a shout, put a comment below, send us a direct message, and we'll be happy to help you out. If you want more information like this, make sure you like and follow this video for more information in the future. Have a good one.